Manu M asks, facing a river bet, what does it mean that villain could have a lot of bluffs? Is it when the board is wet, or when the river is a brick that misses all the opponent possible draws so he has to bluff? I know there are other scenarios of bluffing. I wanted to know this in particular only.
Okay, yeah. Well, it's a great question. I'm going to probably talk about more scenarios anyways, because I think it's really important strategically. So a really strong player in any given spot should have a lot of bluffs, but oftentimes what that requires is them turning a made hand that could win at showdown into a bluff, because they recognize that of all of the hands they have in their range, there are not enough to bluff with to balance out all their value bets if they don't bluff middle pair, bottom pair, whatever the case may be. Sometimes you call two big bets on 10-8-5, spade, 9 of spades, deuce of spades, and now you always have a pair at least. You often have a flush. So like you're going to have to turn a lot of pairs into bluffs. You might have to turn 2 pair into bluffs on a board like that. Whereas in the example like you gave, 10-8-5, 2 spades, you call a bet, turn is a brick, like offsuit deuce, your opponent checks back, and now a river brick, another deuce. Now like you have a lot of 7-6, jack-9, miss spades, things like that. So now you have a lot of, I like to call these natural bluffs to choose from. So when you're in a spot where your opponent does not have a lot of natural bluffs, most opponents, and this is even true up to pretty high levels, are going to struggle to bluff enough, because when they get there with top pair, top kicker, they're going to value bet it. When they get there with, whatever, a full house, they're going to value bet it. They don't like, it's easy to do that. It's easy to figure out that you have a hand good enough to bet. But when you get there with, top pair that you should turn into a bluff, they're like, well, I might win at showdown. I'm just going to check. And so you end up with a lot of spots where people don't bluff enough. And the corollary to that is in spots like 10-8-5, deuce, offsuit. Some people will bluff way too much, especially if, let's say, for example, they like to check raise the flop with top pair, and they don't like to value bet the river with like third pair. Now they just have, 8x middle pair to value bet with, and a few top pairs. They never have a deuce in their hand because whatever, it's 9-handed and they've called a raise from middle position, whatever the case may be. But they have lots of missed spades. They have lots of missed straight draws. There are so many gut shots and open enders that missed on that board that they're going to end up, bluffing every missed draw almost, and then betting, a few value hands, and they're going to be bluffing 70% of the time. Now you need to call with everything. So yeah, use the concept of how often does my opponent have a natural bluff, and of course, how often do they have a natural value betting hand, or how often the hand that they would value bet, to decide whether you think somebody's over bluffing or under bluffing. And it's going to be the case. I mean, this is logic that I use against the best players in the world. So you never really stop thinking along those lines. It's just that some people are a lot better than others at bluffing with their non-natural bluffs. And so you got to be aware of that.